Piglets are very delicate animals, and that is why time to time you'll hear many farmers complaining about losing a lot of piglets from farrowing to weaning. Sometimes it is due to lack of a good piglet routine management. That is why in today's video we are going to talk about the essential piglet routine management practices from farrowing to weaning, which will help to increase the survivability of your piglets, so that you are guaranteed of healthy pigs in your pig farming. If it is the first time to visit our YouTube channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and consider hitting the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. And for the returning subscribers, welcome back, and make sure you hit the like button. This will help YouTube to show our videos or share our videos to many people, and this will help the channel grow so that we can continue posting good and educative content to you guys. First one is the tooth clipping. Tooth clipping, this is a practice that is done in piglet, whereby the canines are removed using a tooth clipper. This is done at 1 to 2 days after birth. The essential or the advantages or the importance of doing teeth clipping in the piglets is to prevent the injury to the mother when the piglet is feeding, especially when the mother lacks milk or the milk letdown is a bit low. The piglet will tend to bite the teeth, and this can predispose the sow or the mother to mastitis and other diseases or other infections that can affect production. Also, tooth clipping is done to prevent the piglets from injuring one another, which can cause stress. And for example, the runs. The runs are the small pigs. In a litter, you will find that there are 1 or 2 piglets which are smaller than the others. Those are the ones that we call runs, and most of the time they will be harassed by the others because the others are bigger in size. And if you don't do the tooth clipping, the bigger ones can end up injuring these smaller ones as they are looking for teeth, or as they are fighting for feeds. Number 2 is the weighing. Weighing is very important because it helps in 2 things. One is to identify the growth rate of your pigs, and number 2, it helps in selection. In selection, you will be able to notice if a certain sow farrows or gives birth to piglets that are of the required weight. If not, then you are able to know which sows to cull off and which to remain in your breeding stock. Weighing is usually done at birth and also at weaning. The difference between the weaning weight and the birth weight can help you to approximate the growth rate of your piglets. Another important practice is the iron supplementation. Iron supplementation is done because of 2 things. One, it is done especially in the intensive systems whereby the piglets or the pigs are not exposed to the soil. For the traditional systems of pig farming, the pigs or the piglets are usually exposed to the soil, and they can be able to obtain the iron in the soil. But for these which are in the intensive systems, they lack exposure to the soil, and they are affected by deficiency in iron because the colostrum of the mother does not contain iron. And also, due to lack of this iron in the colostrum, a lot of iron in the body decreases at a faster rate because of the fast growth rate of these piglets. Iron supplementation to the piglets can be done through 3 ways. One is by iron injection, which is done by a vet. There is exposing the piglets to the soil, mostly done in the extensive and traditional systems of pig farming, and also giving piglets a sterilized red soil, which is usually mixed with a sweetener. Another important practice is the castration. Castration, this is the removal of the testes at around 1 to 3 weeks after farrowing. This is usually done at this stage because so that you can be able to reduce stress as the piglet enters the weaning stage. Castration is usually done by a qualified vet. Importance of castration in piglets is to eliminate the 𝚤𝚑. The 𝚤𝚑 is a certain bad smell that is associated with the boars that are not castrated. Castration is done by a qualified vet, because sometimes you may find that there is a hernia. A hernia is whereby you find the small intestines, or the intestines have penetrated through into the scrotum. So when you do the castration and there's a hernia, you will end up tearing up the intestines, which will lead to infections and death. The next important practice is crib feeding. Crib feeding is done at around the weaning stage, that is 1 week before you separate the piglet from the mother, and also another 1 week after you separate these piglets from the mother. This is done so that you can introduce the piglets into the normal feeds. The crib feeds should be offered fresh daily, so that to encourage consumption by these piglets. Another important practice is deworming. Deworming is very important so that you can eliminate the parasites, which lead to decreased production, and which can also lead to death if the piglets are not dewormed. This is because a lot of parasites are able to suck a lot of nutrients from the piglets, leading to deficiencies in nutrition. Another important routine management practice that you should carry out in your piglet is identification. Identification can be done in the first week or at weaning. These include methods like ear notching, ear tattooing, or ear tagging. Identification helps in record keeping. Are you dealing with a poor growth rate in your pig farm? Consider clicking the video on your screen right now, so that you can be able to know how to boost the growth of your pigs in under 1 month.